Hey there, today I'm going to teach you how to draw Green Lantern from Young Justice. So we're going to start in the middle of the head and then start at the top of the mask, and we're just going to put a little dot. And then from here I'm just going to draw a line straight down the middle of the mask for the center of the nose, but it's not going to be straight down, it's going to be a little bit curved or a little bit angled to the right. So let's go ahead and draw a line down like so. From here I'm going to draw a line coming out on the left side to that point, and then one to the right side, but slightly shorter. And from here, I'm just going to connect these 3 points together. So starting here, I'll go up to the top, and from the top, I'm going to meet my point at the bottom. Now from here, I'm just going to spray out 2 lines for the eyelids, the upper eyelids, for each eye. So coming down, I'm going to just curve a line like so. And on the other side, I'll do the exact same thing, but a little bit longer, and it basically meets up at the nose area right there. From here, at this point, I'm going to draw a straight line angled down towards the bottom of the eye, and then straight across, about somewhere around here. And on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'll sort of try to make it kind of come out at the same distance that I have here, and I'll just connect that point to the outside of that eye. From here, I'm going to take that point, and I'm going to draw a line just above this eye here. I'll do the same thing here. So straight line across. This is just above this eye here. And then from here, I'm just going to draw a line to the side of the eye. Here, I'm going to do the same thing, but it'll be a little bit shorter. Then here, I'm just going to connect this point to the outside of that eye, just like that. And I'll do the same thing with this side here. And then from here, on this side, I'm just going to angle in towards the face, center of the face. Then from here, I'm going to draw a curved line connecting to that edge of the nose. On here, I'm going to go back to the outside of that eye and draw an angled outline, and then connect it to the center of that nose, just like that. So there's his mask. Let's go to his mouth. So down below the tip of his nose is a straight line, goes across, and then just on this end here on the left side, I'm just going to draw a small little angled line that goes up, and then just cross it with a T, and then just below the mouth, I'll draw a shorter line, just like that. Alright, let's go back up to the mask here. So here, I want to come down on the side of the cheek, down to the chin. So his chin would be right about here. Again, I'm using my fingers to use as guide. So starting here at the edge of the mask, come down with an angle. And across here, I'm going to go across the bottom straight to the outside of that edge of the mouth, just like so. And then from here, I'll just figure my ear is going to be here. And the side of the jaw will be here. So I just want to line up the jaw with the side of the mask. So coming down, and then from here I'm just going to connect it with a straight line to that chin. Alright, so for now, for the ear, I'm just going to put a point right beside the edge of that mask there. I'll go up in an angle with a slight curve. I'll come down with a slight curve. I'll come straight across, and then just connect that point there. And then on the inside of the ear, I'm just going to draw a short little line like this, following that same line on the upper part of the ear. I'm just going to cross it kind of like a little T. Okay, for here, let's go up to the hair. So from here, I'm going to angle up, and then I'm going to swoop down and up. Now I'm going to do a little hair bang, so I'm just going to curve in. I'm not going to touch the mask. And go up, just like so. And I'm going to curl this in and come down, just like that. Now if I'm going a little bit too fast, you can pause the video, rewind it, and just get caught up. And watch that segment again. So then I'm going to curve this in, just like so, go across, and then I'm going to angle to the edge of that mask, just like that. So this just kind of looks like his hair is kind of combed over to the side of his head. On the side here, just above his ear, I'm going to go straight up. On this side here, I'm going to kind of curve up. So it's kind of got an outward curve. Come in towards the head, and come straight up, and I'm just going to connect these 2 points with a curve on the top of the head. So I'll just curve up and then come down, just like that. Okay, so there's his head. Let's get into the neck. So on the inside of his ear, so like on the left side of his jaw, I'm going to draw a line that kind of comes almost straight down, but slightly to the left. And then by his jaw, I'm going to draw a straight line down like that, just a short line. His jaw is throat, so in the center of his chin, I'm just going to draw a curve that goes inwards. And on this side, under the jaw, I'm just going to draw a little curve that goes the opposite direction. Let's get into the shoulders. So here, I'm just going to do an overlap. for his upper shoulders. That comes down. I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. And again, I'm going left and right just to make sure I'm balancing out the heights. So I want to make sure that these 2 points are at the same height. Let's go into the shoulder. So from here, I'm going to do a curve out. So you can see there's a point there. Let's do the same thing for the other side, just like that. Now I'm going to draw his arm in because I'm going to have him holding his fist up to show his ring. So here, I'm going to come down in a curve. And then here, on the inside, I'm going to come down in a curve. I'm just going to connect those with an upward curve just like that. Now he's got some detail in his shoulder, so I'm just going to draw a little bit of detail in here. So curve, go up in an angle, and then straight across. Let's go to the outside of the arm. So from here, from this point, I'll curve out. I'm going to do a straight line in. Now this is just going to be a series of straight lines, okay? So coming out, back in towards the elbow, and here's his elbow point. Then from here, I want his fist to be somewhere around here. So, how do I do this? So, okay, so let's do the inside of the wrist here. I'm going to draw a point here. Just curve it in, just like that, and curve that in towards that elbow. So I'm just leaving a little bit of a gap right here. So here, I'm just going to taper that line in just like that. So it kind of gets thinner. His forearm gets a little bit thinner to his wrist. Then here, I'm just going to draw a separation line for his glove. Let's get into his fist. So here, I'm going to go into his thumb knuckle, a straight line, go across and in. From here, now you want to make sure that this thumb line doesn't go past this line with the wrist. So here's his first finger, go across and square off the finger and come down. Then here, I'm just going to draw in his ring, so it's just basically a circle. You can put some little detail in there if you want, but I'm just going to keep it quite simple. Come across and then down, come across, and then I'm going to swoop in towards his pinky, and this is where I just do a curve to join up with that wrist. Alright, now here I can finish this off, so I'm just going to draw a curve just for his bicep, and right in here I'm just going to draw a little curve for some bicep detail. Let's go into the collarbone. So here, if you imagine the center of his chest is here, I just want to draw 2 short lines sort of angled in towards each other, and then a short line across. Actually, I'm just going to go all the way across there. Alright, let's do the symbol in his chest. So a big circle in the center of his chest. So his chest is like this, so I'll put it right about here. So I'm just going to try to draw a nice even circle. Just like that. Alright? Let's get into the symbol. So this symbol is basically a circle with 2 straight bars across. So I'm going to start at the top first. Draw a line across. I'm going to keep an open gap on either side. And I'm going to go to the bottom just to make sure that I'm lining them up. I'll come down on either side with short lines, just like this. I'll come in just a little bit, top and bottom. Right? Now from here, I'm just going to draw a curve on either side that kind of goes out to the edge of those 2 lines. And then inside, I'm just going to simply draw a circle to make that thick, and there's the symbol. From here, where the shoulder meets the collar, the collar area, I'm just going to curve a line down, and I'm going to come in. This is the bottom of his chest, and then from here, I'm just going to tuck that underneath that symbol. I'm going to imagine this line for his chest coming down on the other side, just like that. And from here, from this point, I'm going to curve in, and then I'm going to break it again and go in, just like that. So there's 2 curves. Let's go to the stomach. Same sort of thing. So I'll draw a curve like that. I'm going to do a slight overlap, just like so. This just shows some detail in the stomach muscles. We're going to the shoulder here. So we're going to curve in. I'm kind of looking back and forth, making sure that there's a balance between the height of this shoulder and here. And I'll come in just like that. Now I want to draw another detail. So I'm just basically mirroring what's happening on this side over here. So starting here, I'm going to go up, down, around, and I'll just finish that off just like that. I'm going to draw his arm straight down here, so let's go into the bicep. So it's basically a curve, and then a large curve for his forearm and hand. Here I'm going to draw in a bit of his hip. Now this arm is sort of behind his body, but then I'm going to put the fist in front. So if I make sure that I'm looking back and forth, making sure that this arm doesn't get too thick in comparison to the other one. So here, I'm just going to draw a straight line in towards the wrist, come across, down, round out or square off that thumb. I'll do a little curve here, and then I'm just going to do like a little bit of a T just for that finger. I'll go to the middle of this knuckle, come down with this short line, come across, over, and then like that. Just finish off that line just like that. Now I can finish off the body. Let's get into some detail in the body here. So the hips, I'm just going to do a simple hip, so straight down on one side here. We'll do some detail in the uniform. So here, he sort of has, well, let's draw this part first. The middle of his body is right here. So I draw a line up, and draw a curved line towards that center, opposite curve up to the other side. Now here, I want to draw a curve that goes up, and then back out. I'll do the same thing here. So I'm going to draw an opposite curve. So this way, and then that way, just like that. And I think that's it. Oh, let's go ahead and color in the mask a little bit. So on this left side, I'm going to color that part in black. Again, on the top of the eye, I'll color in black as well. And then on top of this eye, I'll color in black. You can go in and color in the rest using whatever you want, or take your time, but there's a lot of black in this guy's uniform, so areas like here and here is all black. But that's basically it. There he is. There's Green Lantern from Young Justice. I hope you enjoyed this program. Please give it a like, and we'll see you again soon.